Questionable.
Yeah, just wondering. So how's the your build-up been going? Obviously, the warm-ups were a bit of a mixed bag, but you've got a lot of experience playing in Sri Lanka as of late, and the conditions they really do kind of suit your team, and especially it's very similar to what's back in Zimbabwe. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, warm-ups are there just for the indication. I mean, you don't look too much into it. It was just to make sure that, because we haven't played any T20 cricket for the last 2.5 months, so we had a camp in Hambantota for a week. We came here. So warm-up sort of gives you an indication and sort of tells you where the boys are at. So I personally think the team, as a team, we got what we wanted out of those warm-ups. Ideally, we wanted to win both games as well, but most importantly, there was a bigger picture, and we got what we wanted out of those warm-ups. Regarding the conditions, I'm not sure if it's similar to what is back home. Back home is very pleasant. Here, it's quite humid and hot, but the beauty of traveling and the beauty of cricket is once you travel is that you have to adapt to all these conditions. They play a huge part in the success of a team as well. The fact that we've been here for, almost 2 weeks now, so, I'm very confident the boys have adjusted, and, we can't wait to get our campaign on the road from tomorrow.
Very intriguingly, you played Oman in the warm-ups. Not often that you get your first opponents also in the warm-up game. So how do you guys, what have you learned from that game?
Yeah, so mainly it was the two things. Of course, one, you want to give the boys some game time, but also I think it was to read the wickets, what sort of wickets we will have at Premadasa. I know we don't have a game at Triple CCC, but similar-ish. So it was more to read the surfaces, what sort of shots, what sort of options are on. Also, some game time. Boys ended up having 40, 50, 60 balls under their belt in a match situation in those two games. Blessing bowled really well. It's not that he went for runs, but for someone who was injured, he's coming back and he's almost fully fit now. If not fully fit, I mean, he's bowling really well. So it was those sort of things. Richard bowled well with a new ball. Then in the second game, we gave him an old ball. So it's just to basically make sure every box is ticked before the World Cup actually starts. So yeah, in those two games, I think as a team, we achieved a lot and also had some good findings about the opposition and most importantly, the surfaces and the conditions.
And just in terms of your team composition, it's a fairly young team, but then you've got yourself, Brendan Taylor and Grant Kramer, 3 39-year-olds really heading up.
140 now.
140 now, there you go. What's it like? I'm not going to put words into your mouth, but it could be the final World Cup for some or all of you. So coming into this, what's going through your head?
Yeah, it possibly could be. But I think it's the impact more than the results we want to leave. It's how, when we leave these youngsters, what sort of a messages, what sort of a grooming we did for them, what sort of a culture and environment we left for them to follow on, what sort of a team bonding and how to manage your teammates and how to deal with them and things like that. So there's a lot more that goes in building a team rather than just the performances. So even if it's the last World Cup for 3 of us, I think all 3 of us can hold our head high, and I think we have done a fantastic job in building a team and the culture and the environment around the boys so that even when we are gone, they can take the team forward in a dignified and honorable way and hopefully achieve a lot more success.
Hi, Sikandar. Just want to hear you're back at a World Cup after the previous edition in Australia. So just how does it feel for you to be playing the World Cup again?
Yeah, certainly. I'm a huge fan of these ICC events. I think in these events, when you play some of the countries that you might never play in your career or play them just once or twice, so it's nice that every country is here and you never know which country is you're going to play. And even when you do play them, you may not have played them in the past a lot. So I love these sort of tournaments. Sri Lanka is a wonderful place to host the tournament. We love being here as well. So what I'm looking for is hopefully that we can leave a mark at this World Cup so that when we go back home, our people back home are proud of what we have done. And also when we leave Sri Lanka as well, even the Sri Lankan fans. Sri Lankan people, we have managed to turn them as fans and they'll be wishing and rooting for us wherever Zimbabwe goes and plays. So hopefully earn a lot more respect here and go home with a head high.
Zimbabwe is one of the rare teams which plays cricket with the top test sides as well as with the associates regularly, right? So in terms of where the Zimbabwe cricket stands right now, how do you evaluate it? Because you have a lot of associate countries have caught up with the game as well with other member nations. So could you just talk about where Zimbabwe stands right now in terms of, it seems like it's neither here, neither here. Just explain.
It's how you look at it. First of all, I do think all the associate nations have caught up with the T20 format with the test nations really well, especially maybe from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So credit to all the associate countries how they have grown in T20 forward, and rightly so. And hopefully the game can keep spreading and the gap can be even smaller. And of course with the help of franchise cricket as well, a lot of those associate cricketers do find all those franchise gigs here and there as well, and they take those lessons and learnings back home, share with the guys who maybe didn't manage to get that gig. So, thanks to all those factors, the T20 cricket has been brought a lot closer. And if that is anything to go by, if you look at the 3 associates that played yesterday, they gave all the test nations a run for their money, which was very nice to see. So the gap isn't that big. Regarding Zimbabwe cricket, I think you've said that we are neither here nor there. I think the reason you're saying that is because most of our fixtures are against the test nations, and we are the, number 11, maybe number 11 or 12 T20 team. So every time we play against a test nation, they're ranked above us, and they're above us for a reason. So if you look at it last year, we weren't winning consistently, but we were winning pretty much against every nation. We went to Tri-Series, managed to win there. We had home series against all the Asian countries that came to our country. We managed to find a win there as well. So while you say that we are neither here nor there, but I, in my heart, do feel that we're on the right track. All we need to do is find a bit more consistency, and then I think you will be saying we are here and not just there.
Yeah, Sikandar, just you spoke about like leaving a legacy behind for you three, the senior pros. There's like a lot of your youngsters have come through the age group system, right through the under 19 levels. They're coming through the ranks. So how promising is that? Because once you leave behind, there are like youngsters to take over your position as well to keep the Zimbabwe thing going ahead.
I think the good thing is we've just hosted a World Cup, under 19 World Cup, and we had more than a couple guys that myself and the management spoke about and says, yeah, there is a spark there. But development and growth is a very important stage of any youngster. I just hope, and if it's up to me, I'll sit down with the board as well and plan a way forward rather than rush them in. Because now there is a gap of 3 senior guys, and now you might want to just chuck a youngster in. It doesn't work like that, in my books anyway, unless there's not many examples that you can look at. So hopefully we have 5 domestic franchises which plays first-class list their T20s back home as well. Hopefully we can groom them for a year or 2, and if they are an exceptional talent, then there will be a space for them at the national. But before national, there are A tours, there's academy tours as well. So I just hope that we can put them on the right track, and hopefully the path is clear for them. And if somebody is really exceptional, then of course he can skip a stage here or 2. But I think from under 19 to national, I think there is a massive gap, and I do think we need to protect and groom our youngsters in a way that once they come to the national team, they have a lot more experience and a lot more understanding of the game.
Thank you very much. Up next will be Oman. Thank you.